I translate phone calls between prison inmates and their families. Last week, I broke protocol and said something I wasn't supposed to. For 7 years, I've worked as a translator for prison phone calls, mainly for Spanish-speaking inmates. I hear everything perto birthdays missed, medical diagnoses, breakups. We're strictly forbidden from adding our own words or emotions. We translate exactly what's said, nothing more. Until last Monday, I never broke that rule. My job exists because prison calls are monitored and non-English conversations require translation. We work from recordings, not live calls, so inmates and families never know us. We ghosts converting intimate moments into official transcripts. Miguel has been one of my inmates for 3 years, pair serving 15 for a non-violent drug offense. I've translated hundreds of his calls, mostly to his daughter Lucia, now 8. Their conversations follow a pattern. She tells him about school. He asks about homework. She describes something she saw that day, and he always ends with "Tuzo hasta la luna y de regreso, Pern, I love you, to the moon and back." Recently the calls changed. Lucia became quieter, answering with single words. Miguel would ask questions she'd ignore. Last month, she asked when he was coming home, and he gently reminded her it wouldn't be for many years. After that, her grandmother started making excuses for why Lucia couldn't come to the phone. Last Monday's call was different. Lucia's grandmother said she was refusing to talk to him at all. Miguel begged to speak with her, and finally Lucia came to the phone. "Why aren't you talking to me anymore?" Miguel asked. Lucia was silent for several seconds. Then Melissa says her dad told her that fathers in jail are bad and don't really love their children. Miguel's voice broke as he tried to explain that wasn't true, that he loved her more than anything. Lucia responded with silence. "Are you there?" he asked. "Yes," she whispered. "But why don't you come to my dance recital like Melissa's dad?" The defeat in Miguel's voice as he tried to explain was unbearable. Lucia eventually mumbled goodbye and handed the phone to her grandmother. I finished translating the call, then played it back to check my work. At the end, I heard myself speaking Perdal, something I've never done before. Translator's note. The inmate appears to be crying but trying to hide it from his daughter. His tone conveys genuine distress and love for the child. I stared at what I'd written. Protocol required digging this and submitting a clean translation. Instead, I left it in and hit send. 2 days later, my supervisor called me in. I expected to be fired. Instead, she showed me an unusual request from a family court judge who'd received my transcript in a custody hearing involving Lucia's mother trying to terminate Miguel's parental rights. The judge had requested more context about the father-daughter relationship based on their calls. My supervisor had pulled 6 months of Miguel's call, translations part all done by me paired, and asked me to prepare a summary of their relationship dynamic. "This isn't standard procedure," she said carefully, "but the judge specifically mentioned your note and said it raised important questions about the case." Last week, I learned Miguel's parental rights were preserved. The judge cited compelling evidence of a meaningful father-daughter bond. Despite incarceration, words matter. Sometimes the ones we're not supposed to say matter most.